Hi, I'm Clever Ghoul, but you can call me Nikki. Welcome back to the channel. Excuse the lack of makeup and my voice this week. I'm having really bad allergies and I can't be bothered, so we'll make this quick. Halloween is here and I want to give y'all an inexpensive, quick, and easy craft. So this week we're making silhouette candle holders. Essentially, they're candle holders with a silhouette on the end of them, and when you put down your candle, it projects the silhouette onto the wall behind it. And it's so easy to do, and you probably have most of the supplies already. So with that being said, let's get into it. First, you'll need to figure out what silhouette you want to make. You can find Halloween silhouettes online that you can print out and trace, or you can draw your own. Thick cardstock or cardboard for the silhouette, cardboard for the base, an X-Acto knife, a cutting mat, duct tape, and hot glue. And lastly, some candles, either real tea lights or LED, it's up to you. Again, most of these items you'll probably have on hand, but in case you don't, I've included my affiliate link in the description below, and I do earn a small commission, so thank you. First, you can print out a silhouette that you find and trace it onto thick cardstock or cardboard, or you can draw your design straight onto the material you're using. I drew mine out on my iPad first and then drew them onto the cardstock. Then with my pencil, I filled in any areas that I knew I would be cutting out so it would be easy to see later on. I also added in a rectangular base at the bottom that will be used to attach the silhouette to the cardboard base. Once you're happy with your design, begin to cut out the main outline of the shape. Go slowly here and be careful with the X-Acto knife as it's very sharp. You may make a mistake and cut where you didn't mean to, like I did here, but don't worry, you can tape it back together. Next, I cut out all of the detailed bits that I had marked earlier. Again, going carefully to make sure to cut exactly where I wanted to. Once that's all done, it's time to make the base. I took 2 pieces of 1.5 inch width cardboard and cut them to be 5 inches long. Then I duct taped them together. And then I attached another piece of cardstock around the top and sides of the cardboard with hot glue, putting hot glue on one side of the cardboard, folding the paper over it, and then repeating on the opposite side, holding it down to make sure everything's stuck. Then I carefully trimmed the excess paper off of the sides. I also added a little piece of cardstock to the front so that none of the cardboard would show. Then I applied hot glue to the back of the base and pressed the rectangular bit of my silhouette onto it, making sure it stays straight up. Then I added a little bit of hot glue to the front seam just to make sure it was extra secure, and I was done. Then you just repeat this process to make as many silhouette holders as you like. I made 2 more, a witch and a moon and a pumpkin. With the witch, you'll notice I kept the cutout within the circle. Careful not to cut the edge, otherwise the silhouette would be cut in half. A helpful tip when doing this project, think about your design as you would cutting out the negative space in a jack-o'-lantern. That way you'll make sure you cut exactly where you intend to. Now it's time to set them up with either an LED candle or a real tea light. I should mention here, never leave this unsupervised if using a real candle. You don't want to start a fire. Anyway, it's time for the reveal. Here they are. I love how they turned out. I think the rat is my favorite, and I kind of want to make more spooky rats in different poses. But I also really love my witch and my pumpkin. This project is great because it uses things you most likely already have on hand, and it's pretty quick. I made all 3 of these in about 45 minutes total. Again, if you don't want to draw, there are so many silhouettes you can find online and trace, so don't be intimidated by that step. I love how they look with the real tea light, but it's great to see how well they work with the LED candle too, which is definitely the option I would go for if you're having these out during a party, or if you have pets or kids, or if you're a little forgetful. The last thing you want is a fire. Once again, I'm just reminding you to be safe when you use these. There are so many spooky silhouettes out there that you can find. You could do zombie hands, you could do ghosts, bats, all sorts of things. And I would love to hear what silhouette you would attempt to make at home, so let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!